Hey, I'm Francesco, a PhD student in photonics, and I built Plotivy, a scientific work accelerator, because I was tired of wasting my time with messy datasets. Now, raise your hands if you have ever opened a colleague data file and thought, what the hell is this? Someone? Oh, that's worse than I thought. Okay, you are not alone, and this is part of a bigger problem known as the replication crisis. A Nature survey from 2016 found out that more than 70% researchers can't reproduce others' work, and more than 50% can't even reproduce their own findings. Reasons for that are low statistical power or poor analysis, methods and code unavailable, or poor statistical experimental design. I faced myself this problem, planning the right experiments with limited resources, scientific software which is super complicated to use or very expensive, and no time for documentation. Excel, quite simple to use, but graphs that look like elementary school drawings. Origin Pro, on the other hand, super powerful, but things can quickly get messy. When we look, so this is not a niche problem. There are more than 10 million active researchers worldwide. When we look at the competitive landscape, we find two extremes. Either tools that are simple but not built for science, or tools that are very powerful but either painfully hard to learn or expensive. Plotivy bridges this gap by combining the power of Python with the simplicity of natural language input. It's one tool for your complete research workflow that brings you from planning your experiments, collecting your data, plot and analyze with the AI-powered functions, document everything, and generate reports. Plotivy starts with planning. It brings you step-by-step flow from your idea to results, by building a design of experiments, suggesting the right technique for your measurements, and providing you with the table template ready for the lab to fill in your results and keep track of your experiments. Once you have collected your data, you can proceed with the analysis. So Plotivy helps you make order of your dataset if it's messy, process your data, and here comes the best part. With natural language instructions and AI models, it generates Python codes that provides plots that can be iteratively modified with further natural language instructions. You get to see what was changed in the code, and you get to edit your Python code. Then in one click, you generate one report. The report includes information on the information on the data, the visualization, the final analysis code, the methodology, and the metadata. Plotivy has already more than 20 beta users, and these graphs are already figuring in Q1 journal publications. The competitive advantage is that it brings you from design of experiments to quality insights, saving you hours at every step. It has an educational and professional target, and your documentation for reproducible results is ready in few clicks. No installation, no Python setup, no expensive licenses. Just open your browser, either desktop or mobile, and you are ready. Team member is me, Francesco, a quasi-PhD in photonics with 6 years of experimental research and development, a patent and several publications. And I developed Plotivy as a side project during my PhD. I believe that the future of science is not about replacing scientists, but empowering them with the right tools. And if you jump on Plotivy, your future self will thank you for the time spent on what really matters. Your colleagues will thank you for clear documentation, and science will thank you for reproducible results. Try Plotivy now by scanning the QR code and using these credentials, and you can immediately generate a plot or whatever you want with the example datasets. I'm looking forward to your questions, and thank you for your attention.